Alright, folks. Hope you're doing good. So now I have Sambuca, stop. So now I have her walking around my two dogs like I did last night off leash. I took the leash off. And then I added two more dogs. So I added Gidget and I added Carly. Both very social dogs. Sorry, I'm gonna get water. Hey. What are you doing, buddy? So this could not have been done the day before yesterday. Again, it's just a slow intro, right? We want to take our time with it. We don't want to rush. We want to put ourselves in a position where we feel comfortable, where we're not nervous or we're not, roar. So we still have that pacing back and forth that I was pointing out yesterday. Look at that, walking right around him. Her. Everybody's quick on the corrections. It's a her! Sorry. Yeah, they say it's a her. It's not a it, so I can correct them too. I just said it's not a it. Alright, so she's hanging out behind me. Hey! Go. I don't want her hiding. So now that I got rid of some of the dogs, I put them back away. Now she's trying to get water, and she got some water a few minutes ago, and she's starting to relax a little bit. So anyway, here's another step towards socialization. So I'll spend this week getting her used to the pack. Dogs that I have had, dogs that I have somewhat control over. And then next week we're going to start hitting the dog parks. Not to go in the dog park, but to walk around them. Go like to Victoria Gardens, which is like an outdoor shopping mall. And then, of course, start off super early where nobody's there. And then work into a Friday night where there's thousands, I don't know about thousands, but definitely several hundreds of people. And some bring dogs, and some bring kids, and some bring Civics with horrible exhaust. So there's all kinds of distractions, and there's, water. Look at that. Walking right through. Love it, love it, love it. See, she's starting to get a little strut to her. So it's fun to watch them come out of their shell. And it doesn't take long. I literally got her, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock the day before yesterday p.m. So by the time I got back here, it was just bedtime. So yesterday was the first day actually just kind of working with her. And then I like them to calm down when they first get here. So, let them understand there's been a change of environment. Hey! Hey. The flies are crazy over here. I spent like $20 in fly catching stuff. There we go. Alright, folks. Not a lot going on here, but this is kind of the steps I like to take. See the tail's up, ears are back, curious, sniffing around. Still doing that pacing. Not crazy about the pacing, but that will subside. Hope you all have a good day. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I know I keep saying it. We're up to 20 followers or subscribers. So, hope you all have a good day. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Watching Boomer here come out of her shell. It's kind of fun to watch. For me it is, but this is what I do, so. See, now she's starting to learn her environment, walking the territory, walking the borders, walking the boundaries. This is what most stable dogs do, is when they're in a new environment, they start checking it out. So it took her a day. And then after she knows where she's at, understands the smells and everything, then all that pacing should go away. You know. Alright. It's a gorgeous day here. That's why the flies are here. It's so beautiful. Oh, that's not a fly. So, we're just going to kind of keep socializing throughout the day. You know, you want many successful, shorter exercises. You know, I don't want to stay out here for an hour. Stay out here for 10, 15 minutes. Take her back inside, take her back out. Another 10, 15 minutes, take her back inside. So that way what I'm doing is I'm desensitizing and changing how she has previously felt she had to behave around dogs. Now granted, these are some calmer dogs, so these are a lot of times people try to introduce their dog around a dog who's excited or dominant or fearful, or you know, there's existing conditions going on with the other dog. And then when that dog starts to react, they're like, oh, my dog's aggressive. Well, no, we just didn't do an introduction properly. And then we didn't use a dog that's, you know, a good role model, you know. So sometimes, you know, I definitely, so when I brought Kahlua, right there, boom, Kahlua. When I brought Kahlua over to her house, she was trying to lunge and get to Kahlua. But Kahlua wasn't giving it back. So at that point, it's easy because we're only dealing with one dog. You know, whereas if I would have brought, you know, one of the Mona or one of the other dogs in there, and then when that dog would have been lunging and stuff, then Mona would have lunged back, and then I would have had to try to separate two dogs, which would have made my job twice as hard. So hopefully we're putting ourselves in a position to be successful, utilizing tools and in different rooms and spaces and doors and different things to always stay ahead of the issues. And then that way when the issues happen, we're able to control them, which will make the issues go away quicker because we're in control. But if Mona's trying to attack her and she's trying to attack Mona and I'm trying to stop both of them and I'm going crazy, there's no leadership there. There's no control there. So she's not going to learn anything with that exercise. In fact, it's going to get worse and worse. So that's why, you know, I'm one of the few dog trainers on the planet that will say, don't walk your dog if you don't have control of her. Get control in the house, and then that way when you can walk them under control, and everything will be fine. But if you keep walking the dog, and every single time you take the dog out for a walk, it's trying to kill other dogs, or other dogs are trying to kill him, and you get nervous, and you feel bad, and you get frustrated, things are getting worse. Like, why are you going to keep doing the same thing when things are getting worse? Instead of changing up the exercise, you know, have a friend bring a dog over to your house, put everybody on a leash, not your friend, the dogs, and then slowly intro them so that way we can kind of change over how they're going to behave and how they're going to handle situations that they're uncomfortable with. If Kahlua, right there, boom. If Kahlua is in an area and there's a dog fight, she's going to come to me, sit down, and look at me saying, what are you going to do? Hey! So that, again, that correction there, I don't care about the sniffing, but when the way that she went to go sniff Gidget made Gidget stand up. Gidget was, hey. Gidget was laying down there for quite a while. But the way that she approached to sniff made her get up. So that's telling me that, you know, I don't like that approach. So then as she calms down, then the next approaches will be a little bit different. So I might not allow those either. I might not like the eye contact or the approach or the stance or the body. You know, if her head's like very in a dominant position facing down, I'm not gonna hey, Kahlua, stop. I'm not gonna allow that stuff. Kahlua. until I trust them all. Once they're rolling around together, once they're falling asleep together, once they're licking each other's, ears and mouth and all this kind of stuff, and really relaxing and enjoying each other's company and not feeling dominant, not being able to be in each other's company without having to play, just relaxing. At that time, if she comes and has a crazy approach, then I'm not going to care so much. But obviously right now I do. So what happens is she's sniffing the way that she has sniffed. And she's coming here because she has issues. So if I'm going to let her do what she has done, then I'm not changing her, so her issues will remain. So I need a different input to get a different output. So there's things that I wouldn't allow. There's things that I might allow. But again, it's determining everything in the present. I don't care what she did. I care what she's doing. So anyway, folks. Is that nervous? Hey. There's just a bang, and then she just froze. So I don't want outside, influences, whether it's a bird or whether it's people, having the mariachi music on at 2 a.m. on a Wednesday night. It's so loud last night. I don't need her to be reacting to that. I need her to pay attention to me. If she feels uneasy, she should come to me. And if your dog's not doing that, well, the obvious statement is you're not a leader if you don't have followers, So as I walking around here and some dogs are following me, I can kind of see who my followers are. Hey! And then some dogs who don't care. So Carly's focusing on something. So my presence just moving around should be able to influence her. Good girl. And if it doesn't, then your presence is too soft. And then if the dogs are scared of you, your presence is too strong. So dogs are individuals. So there's some dogs that you can be like, hey, no, bad. And they'll be, okay, fine. And there's some dogs you're like, hey, and they're like, oh my God, you yelled at me. So you have to be cognizant and understanding. It's not a one size fits all, in my opinion. The one area that is one size fits all is I need the dog to be calm. So I might need to do different things to calm individual dogs down, but overall, I need every dog to be calm. That way that could happen right there. See, little accomplishments like her walking past Sambuca that close. She doesn't know him. They haven't sniffed, they haven't met, they haven't officially, but they're aware of each other. But she's feeling comfortable enough to do that. So those are very good accomplishments in my opinion. Hey. So I said hey twice, and then I skipped my foot on the ground, and that got her attention. So I never know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna sit there and say hey, and the dog not listening. I'm not gonna say the same thing over and over. Say hey, snap, clap, whistle, whatever. And I do this with some of my dogs that I've had for a while. I'll use the name in a bad way, but that's at any point I can get my dogs to close. At any point I can get my dogs to come over to me. So if I don't have an issue with the recall, that's fine. But if you're having an issue with the recall, having problems getting their attention on the walks and stuff like that, try not to use their name when you need something. Try to use their name only for fun stuff. Hey, Kalula, let's get a treat. Kalula, let's go over here. Kalula, let's go for a walk. You see how she's coming in and I'm talking to her, but she's following the energy, not the words. And that's another lesson right there too. Don't feel like you have to talk so much. Let your presence speak for you. All right, folks. Hope you all have a good day. Enjoy it. Hope you all get to the beach, the mountains. Get out there. Have some fun. Enjoy your journey. Please hit that like, that subscribe. Appreciate it.